So, a few years ago, I played Minecraft for the very first time. I loaded up a creative world and I started building. Over time, the world evolved. But when I got a new iPad, I forgot to back up the world and I lost it. Yeah, not my proudest moment, but that world was so dear to me. I want to rebuild it. But there's a problem. I don't have any footage of it, other than these 2 screenshots that I took from my very first video. So, I'm gonna have to build the world completely off my memory. Okay, it's not that serious. But before I could even get into building the actual world, I need to find the perfect seed that would match my old world. Thankfully, the requirements weren't that high. All I needed was a snowy plains biome and an island nearby. It's easier said than done, so I generated a couple words and I realized that wasn't the way it was gonna go, because that was just very inefficient and took a lot of time. So I found the seed generator, but even then it took a really long time and I got bored, so I went to sleep. But that wasn't efficient enough either, so I just looked up snowy plain seeds and I found this. Okay, this is one of the seeds I found. On the seed we had a snowy plains and a frozen lake, which was basically what I needed. Now all that was left was a small island. And boom, I have finally found the seed. So we could now get to building the house. Okay, never mind. I needed to do some terraforming first, so I did that, and after the ground was pretty cleared up, I started building the first room, which was pretty easy. Okay, never mind, I messed up the size. Okay, so I should just make it shorter and it would... Okay, never mind, I messed up the size again. And then I started building the roof, and I think I might have, messed up the size. Yeah, that's a pretty common problem in all of the builds. Then I built the hallway leading up to my bedroom, which for some reason had an indoor campsite in it. Yeah, my 10-year-old imagination was wild. So I continued building to the entire bedroom and the garage. Now I realized the bedroom was pretty empty because all it had was a bunk bed. And then I built the living room, which was actually pretty easy to build because it was just a couch, a TV and a table. Now I was getting pretty bored of just building wooden boxes with some random interiors. So I decided I was going to build some other buildings in the meanwhile. But I kind of didn't remember what the other buildings were. So I just put on some music and went to analyzing the screenshots.
Peaches, 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 peaches. Oh, yeah. Oh.
After analyzing the screenshots, it actually helped me remember a lot of stuff. Hey, and before I get into what other buildings I made, I just want to say thank you all for 650 subscribers. And I want to hit 700 before the end of the month. So subscribe, please. Come on. The first building I needed to build was the arcade, but before I could get to doing that, I needed to terraform the place first. And while terraforming, I accidentally lured this bunny into this hole. And I kind of felt bad. I didn't just want to leave this innocent rabbit in a hole, so I got some carrots and lured it back out. See, I'm a nice person. And right after I lured the rabbit out, I ate the carrot right in front of him. Yeah, maybe I'm not that nice. I also, for some reason, had a coffee shop in my world, so you can sip on that tasty coffee in that cold, snowy weather. Yes, the coffee shop is indeed a wooden box. Then I made a room where I could put all my achievements. It was made out of diamond block. What did you expect? And yes, the room was empty because I never achieved anything. And then I went back to building my house, which only now had 3 rooms left. So first I built the hallway, which for some reason I counted as a room. It had an enchanting table and a table with item frames. Then we have my kitchen, which you can cook stuff in, and basically I just looked at kitchen build hacks and made all of them in one room. No, I haven't made the interior. Then I had a storage room, which was unique because it was made of shulker boxes and it was color coded. My imagination was so far beyond every other 10-year-old that if they had an IQ of 90, I would have an IQ of 9. After completing the house, I only had 3 buildings left. First was the beetroot soup shop. Okay, try saying that 10 times. That's a tongue twister. Then was the dancing room where I had these armor stand which continuously danced. But that only works on bedrock, so oh well, I just have handleless dummies in a room now, I guess that's what it is. I remembered that I had one more building, and I think it was a shop of some kind. But I couldn't really remember what was in it for some reason. So I left the interior empty. Yes, the other buildings I have not also built the interior of. But that's not the point, alright? You're missing the point. And then I also built a pineapple which a villager lives in. Very original. I also built a zoo where I could put all my animals in. Yeah, I had no animals, but I still built it, and that was basically everything I built. And building this world felt super nostalgic. Reminded me of the good. No, I'm just kidding. Making this world suck.
More life for my Drake shit, and I'm getting tired of all the same shit. I wanna see my family, wanna see my friends. I've been slept on like my name says, and I'm pretty far from being famous.